we already have a pretty good idea of what the postseason picture is going to look like.
I'm telling you that the Lions are going to go further than they did last year.
Okay.
So that puts the Lions in the Super Bowl.
Before the final 14-team playoff field becomes official, we present our late-season edition of the NFL Playoff and Super Bowl 59 predictions. AFC Wildcard Round. Number 2 Buffalo Bills versus number 7 Denver Broncos. The Kansas City Chiefs essentially have the top seed locked up, so the AFC will once again run through Arrowhead. Not exactly ideal for the Bills, but they have to get past a pesky Denver Broncos squad before thinking about the AFC Championship game. Josh Allen is currently playing the best football of his career in year 1 of the post-Stephon Diggs era. The Broncos have been the biggest surprise in the AFC with a top 5 defense and an efficient offense led by rookie QB Bo Nix. This contest has the potential to be a low-key thriller. We can see the Broncos D keeping it close, but at the end of the day, the likely 2024 MVP winner will make a few more plays than the rookie signal caller. Bills advance. Prediction: Bills 24, Broncos 17. AFC Wildcard Round. Number 3 Pittsburgh Steelers versus number 6 Los Angeles Chargers. These two teams met in Week 3 with the Justin Fields-led Steelers squeaking out a 20-10 victory in a defensive slugfest. Well, things have changed quite a bit since then. The Steelers' offense has hit another level with Russell Wilson, who's returned to his Pro Bowl form since returning from a calf injury. Wilson versus Justin Herbert would be a very juicy QB matchup, but we would expect something similar to their Week 3 contest given how dominant both defenses have been this season. Prediction: Steelers 23, Chargers 17. AFC Wildcard Round. Number 4 Houston Texans versus number 5 Baltimore Ravens. The Texans looked like legitimate contenders early in the season, jumping out to a 5-1 start that featured a Week 5 home win over the powerhouse Bills. But Stephon Diggs' season-ending ACL tear has put a dent in this offense, to say nothing of the horrific O-line that is allowing way too many clean shots at CJ Stroud. The Ravens, meanwhile, are a legitimate player with the super rushing duo of Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. This team easily handled the Texans in the divisional round a year ago, and we would argue that the 2024 Texans are considerably worse than the 2023 group. Houston has home advantage, but this could be a lopsided victory for Lamar and the visitors. Prediction: Ravens 31, Texans 16. NFC Wildcard Round. Number 2 Philadelphia Eagles versus number 7 Washington Commanders. The NFC East was a two-way horse race in the first half, but Saquon Barkley's MVP caliber season has helped Philadelphia pull away from Jaden Daniels and the Commanders, who are gonna have to settle for a wildcard berth. Washington is tremendously outnumbered here. The Eagles have arguably the best defense in all of football, with stud rookie corners Cooper DeJean and Quinton Mitchell being more than capable of holding their own versus McLaurin. And Washington's suspect run D versus Barkley, yeah, I think it's pretty obvious who's gonna win that one. Prediction: Eagles 31, Commanders 19. NFC Wildcard Round. Number 3 Los Angeles Rams versus number 6 Green Bay Packers. The Rams winning the NFC West in this exercise may surprise you, but their final schedule is far more manageable than Seattle's. Plus, a Week 18 home win over the Seahawks would secure the season series sweep and head-to-head tiebreaker. But if we're being honest, whoever wins the NFC West is looking at a wildcard loss anyways. The Packers are legitimate Super Bowl contenders with Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs leading the way. The Packers roll here on the road, and keep in mind there's air quotation marks on home advantage for the Rams, whose stadium will again be invaded by cheeseheads. Prediction: Packers 27, Rams 17. NFC Wildcard Round. Number 4 Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus number 5 Minnesota Vikings. Thanks to an ugly midseason collapse only the like the Atlanta Falcons could pull off, the door has opened for Baker Mayfield and the resilient Bucs to cruise to a 4th consecutive NFC South Division crown. Like Mayfield a year ago in Tampa, fellow 2018 draftee Sam Darnold has enjoyed a breakout year with his 4th NFL team. So much for both of these guys going down as draft busts, huh? But yeah, we're having a real tough time betting against the Vikings in a potential playoff showdown with Tampa. The Bucs have been lit up by top-flight offenses, and they don't have the personnel to slow down Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, or TJ Hawkinson. Prediction: Vikings 30, Buccaneers 20. AFC Divisional Round. Number 1 Kansas City Chiefs versus number 5 Baltimore Ravens. If our calculations end up being correct, this would unquestionably be the granddaddy of a divisional round weekend. Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson has become can't-miss theater since they both emerged as superstars 6 years ago. The long-awaited first postseason meeting between the two happened last January, with KC winning a defensive slugfest by a final score of 17-10 en route to a second Super Bowl championship. Their Week 1 kickoff game was even more thrilling, with Isaiah likely missing a potential game-tying touchdown on the game's final play by mere inches. But with the Chiefs winning the last 2 Super Bowls and 4 of the last 5 AFC title banners, it's just far too difficult to bet against their experience. Prediction: Chiefs 27, Ravens 21. AFC divisional round. Number 2 Buffalo Bills versus number 3 Pittsburgh Steelers. If we do get a rematch of last season's wildcard round, you can sure bet that it won't be much of a yawn fest this time around. No offense to Mason Rudolph, the starter for Pittsburgh in last year's January tilt, but Russell Wilson is kind of way better. And if you think history is relevant, well, Wilson led a mediocre Denver team to a Monday Night Road win over the Bills last year. Just saying. Everyone is gaga over Josh Allen and the Buffalo offense, and yeah, rightfully so. TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, and Cameron Hayward would have to bring their A-game for the Steelers to have any hope. Pittsburgh has the pieces on both sides of the ball to pull off an upset, but we just can't bring it to ourselves to bet against the Bills at home. Prediction: Bills 24, Steelers 23. NFC divisional round. Number 1 Detroit Lions versus number 6 Green Bay Packers. 1 year after nearly upsetting the top-seeded San Francisco 49ers in the divisional round, Jordan Love and the Packers get another chance to stun the number 1 seed. The Packers are totally capable of upsetting the superior Lions, but it's hard to find any real advantage for the Packers here. The Lions have the better set of pass catchers, the way better offensive line, and the league's best RB duo in David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs to wear down the Packers D. Prediction: Lions 31, Packers 27. NFC divisional round. Number 2 Philadelphia Eagles versus number 5 Minnesota Vikings. We could talk about how great both defenses are, but it's more fun to focus on the offensive star power here. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, and Devontae Smith versus Sam Darnold, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, and Aaron Jones? That is a more star-studded project than Ocean's 11. Obviously, a contest like this could go either way, but we're still iffy on Darnold and his unhealthy interception habits against elite competition, whereas Hurts is a guy who nearly won the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Prediction: Eagles 26, Vikings 21. AFC Championship game. Number 1 Kansas City Chiefs versus number 2 Buffalo Bills. Are we the only one that feels like destiny is gonna give us another Bills-Chiefs playoff showdown? It's the 2 best and most complete teams in the AFC. Josh Allen is playing out of this world right now, and nobody has more ice in their veins than Mahomes in crunch time. Obviously, any showdown with these 2 teams is practically a 50-50. Allen has won the last 4 regular season meetings against his arch-rival. Mahomes is 3-0 against Buffalo in the postseason. Buffalo has been flashier with more style points this season, but we're just at the point where we cannot bet against Kansas City in the AFC. Last year was supposed to be the Bills or Ravens' year, and well, we all know how that turned out. Another year, another Chiefs playoff win over the Bills to continue the notion that Buffalo cannot win the big one. Prediction: Chiefs 34, Bills 30. NFC Championship game. Number 1 Detroit Lions versus number 2 Philadelphia Eagles. Sorry to be boring and predictable, but do you really see the Lions or Eagles getting knocked off before the NFC title game? No. Neither do we. Arguably, the 2 deepest and most well-rounded teams in football. The NFC's 2 best RB rooms. The conference's 2 best defenses. Since these teams don't square off in the regular season, it is anybody's guess how such a contest would play out. What we can tell you is that with 2 near evenly matched teams, it'll be a heart racer that goes down to the wire. Prediction: Lions 28, Eagles 24. Super Bowl 59, Kansas City Chiefs versus Detroit Lions. Arguably the sexiest potential Super Bowl 59 matchup on paper, and one that we should have had last year. But alas, it's finally here. The Lions are in the Super Bowl for the first time ever and look to end nearly 7 decades of misery. The Chiefs are aiming to complete the first three-peat in Super Bowl history. One of these things is gonna have to give. We picked the Lions to win the Super Bowl at the start of the year, and truth be told, they've actually been even better than we had expected. This just seems like a team that's on a mission. And as unstoppable as the Chiefs have been in the postseason, come on, they can't get every single bounce forever, this just feels like the Lions' time. They can run the ball down the throats of KC's defense, and no L'Jarius Sneed this time. It means a more vulnerable secondary. Mahomes and the Chiefs' offense has been a work in progress all year, and if there's a unit that'll finally put a halt to their magic in the Super Bowl, it's gonna be the Lions. Prediction: Lions 28, Chiefs 27, with David Montgomery getting 3 touchdowns, earning him Super Bowl MVP honors. But hey, who do you think will end up squaring off and winning Super Bowl 59? Let us know in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton, and you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.